The class was told to build a trap. Human built one out of a trash can. The Galactic Engineering Academy's most prestigious course, Advanced Xenobiology Containment, had seen many brilliant minds from across the known systems. Students from Zephyria brought crystalline matrices that could bend space-time. The silicon-based Chronari designed electromagnetic webs that could capture energy beings. The aquatic thalassans engineered pressure differentials that could trap creatures from gas giants. And then there was Ana Martinez, the lone human in a class of 47 beings, sitting in the back row with what appeared to be refuse. Professor Helen Vex 9, a towering Altarian with 6 arms and compound eyes, surveyed the laboratory with satisfaction. Each student had been given the same assignment: design and build a trap capable of containing an unknown hostile entity. The parameters were simple. The creature could phase through most matter, possessed tremendous strength, and demonstrated high intelligence. "You have one standard cycle," Professor Helen had announced 3 days prior, his translator rendering his clicks and whistles into galactic standard. "Use any materials available in the Academy's resource vault. Your traps will be tested against a simulated entity with randomized capabilities." Now, as the deadline approached, the laboratory hummed with exotic technologies: gravitational field generators, quantum entanglement nets, psionic dampening arrays. The cream of galactic civilization's scientific achievement filled workstation after workstation. Anna's workstation looked like a garbage dump. Her trap consisted of a simple metallic cylinder, what humans quaintly called a trash can, surrounded by an assortment of seemingly random items: discarded food packaging, broken circuit boards, obsolete data storage devices, and what appeared to be organic waste from the cafeteria. Zix 41, a Chronari student whose metallic exoskeleton gleamed with built-in sensors, pivoted his head unit toward Anna's station. "Human Anna," he buzzed in his mechanical voice, "your construction appears incomplete. Do you require assistance with resource allocation?" Anna looked up from where she was carefully arranging banana peels, an earth delicacy she'd smuggled, aboard, around the base of her trash can. "Thanks, Zix, but I'm good, just putting the finishing touches on." Several other students had begun to gather, their curiosity overcoming their usual academic competitiveness. The Zephyrian, Crystallis, whose transparent body refracted light into beautiful patterns, chimed melodically. "Anna, friend, we understand human engineering capabilities are limited by your single-star system origins. Perhaps collaborative effort would yield superior results?" The gathering crowd wasn't malicious. Quite the opposite. Over the past semester, Anna had earned their respect and friendship. She was brilliant, creative, and possessed an unusual ability to see problems from entirely different angles. But this looked like she'd given up. Professor Helen approached, his 6 arms folded in what Anna had learned was the Altarian equivalent of concern. "Student Martinez, I must confess confusion regarding your project. Could you explain your methodology?" Anna grinned, that peculiar human expression that showed teeth, something that had initially terrified her classmates but now indicated her excitement. "Well, Professor, everyone else focused on containing something we know nothing about. But humans have a different approach to unknown problems." She gestured to her trash can. "This isn't really a trap, it's bait." The class exchanged confused glances, or the equivalent among beings with various optical arrangements. "Observe," Anna continued, activating a small holographic projector. "Every advanced civilization I've studied has one thing in common. They generate waste. Refuse, byproducts, discarded materials, but they also all have different approaches to waste management." The hologram showed various galactic civilizations and their waste disposal methods. The Altarians disintegrated molecular bonds. The Zephyrians converted matter directly to energy. The thalassans compressed waste into dense spheres and shot them into black holes. But humans, Anna's grin widened. "We're the only species that stores our garbage in simple containers and just leaves it lying around. We're so used to trash that we barely notice it anymore." She walked around her contraption, pointing out features that had seemed random. The food waste establishes an organic signature. The broken electronics suggest a primitive but functional technology base. The random arrangement implies a species that's chaotic, but not completely disorganized. Professor Helen's compound eyes focused intently. You are suggesting the entity will investigate what appears to be a primitive waste storage system? I'm counting on it, Anna replied. Any intelligent entity encountering a human trash can would be curious. It's simultaneously obviously artificial, showing intelligence, but also crude enough to suggest the builders aren't a threat. It's the perfect reconnaissance opportunity. She pressed a button, and the trash can's interior lit up with a soft blue glow. Once something phases inside to investigate, it triggers a quantum entanglement field that I borrowed from Zix's initial design concepts. Thanks, buddy. Combined with a psionic dampening array from Crystalis's research. The entity becomes trapped in a stable quantum state, suspended in the exact position it occupied when it began to investigate the garbage. The laboratory fell silent, except for the hum of various alien technologies. The beauty of it, Anna continued, is that it exploits curiosity itself. The more intelligent the entity, the more likely it is to investigate something that seems simultaneously primitive and purposeful. It's reverse psychology on a galactic scale. 641's head unit rotated, and what Anna had learned was admiration. Human Anna has weaponized intellectual curiosity. And trash, added Crystalis with harmonic appreciation. Professor Helen initiated the testing sequence. The simulated entity, a construct of pure energy capable of phasing through matter, possessing the strength to crush battleship hulls, and programmed with tactical intelligence, materialized in the center of the laboratory. One by one, it evaluated each trap. The gravitational fields were bypassed through dimensional shifting. The electromagnetic webs were neutralized by frequency modulation. The pressure systems were rendered ineffective by the entity's ability to alter its own density. Finally, it approached Anna's station. The entity circled the trash can once, twice, then slowly began to phase through the metallic wall to investigate the curious collection of refuse within. The moment it crossed the threshold, brilliant light filled the laboratory. When the illumination faded, the entity hung suspended inside the trash can, completely immobilized in a quantum stasis field. The laboratory erupted in a cacophony of alien congratulations, clicks, chimes, buzzes, and harmonic frequencies that Anna's translator couldn't begin to process. Professor Helen approached her workstation, his 6 arms spread in the ultimate Altarian gesture of respect. Student Martinez, in 3 centuries of teaching, I have never witnessed such unconventional brilliance. Your methodology defies every principle of advanced engineering, yet achieves perfect results. Anna shrugged, another human gesture her classmates had grown fond of. My species has been setting traps for 40,000 years, Professor. We just never used quantum mechanics before. As the class gathered around the successful trash can trap, Anna reflected on humanity's greatest strength. Other species had surpassed them in individual technologies, faster ships, stronger materials, more powerful weapons. But humans had something unique, the ability to see potential in what others discarded, to find solutions in simplicity, and to turn their perceived weaknesses into unexpected advantages. In a galaxy full of beings who could bend space-time and manipulate matter at the atomic level, sometimes the most advanced solution was also the most fundamentally human one. Sometimes, genius looked exactly like garbage.